Good evening, Rodney.
What's going on, Mr. Gary?
Well, I see we got one comment already.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's Tanner. He wants to know if he was first. I saw Jim Lauer over here.
I saw Gary Harper on mine.
Oh, man. Well, y'all need to duke it out and figure it out, I guess.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Tanner. So Tanner is watching through YouTube.
Nice.
I got the little YouTube arrow dilly bopper. Jim Lauer, Tracy Lynn, Greg, Chris Dinger. Hey, Dinger, how you doing? Tate and Cheever. Man.
Harper for the win.
Harper for the win. I guess so, Harper. If you can't prove otherwise, we'll have to call you the winner. Tanner, I'm late again.
Test session.
Shane Mock is watching. Hey, Shane. Tracy Lynn says, hey. Hey. Tracy Lynn. Awesome. You know what I did today?
What'd you do?
I celebrated, was so happy that everything I owned didn't get blown away by the wind yesterday. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was
crazy. It was crazy. I think some of it left over today as well. You know, we didn't get it all done. I think there was some wind today at my house for sure.
Yep. It was a little breezy today too. Shannon Wise says, hi guys. Hi, Shannon.
Hello, Shannon. You know, that's what's bad about those outdoor events. You know, you put a schedule together all year and, you know, just waiting on that weather. So,
yeah. And this brings us to what we're doing here with a bench racing evening where we was going to be talking about race results and stuff. And that got derailed by the weather. It's highly unlikely that that'll be the last time, you know, stupid Kansas weather. That's just how it is. And we'll roll with it. Yeah. Here's Jim Robinson says, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Harper says, I have a lot of dirt to clean at Mad. Dang.
I bet.
Heidi ho. Who's this? Oh, it's Troy. Hi, Troy.
Heidi ho.
Who was this? Facebook user. What's up, guys? That's Matt Ray. Hey, Matt.
Right on.
This is Brian. He says, see you next weekend, possibly. That means, where's he going to see us at?
Next weekend?
Next weekend. Well, is that next?
2 weekends.
It's the weekend after.
Yeah.
2
weeks. I think that's what he's talking about. If he's going south.
Yeah. The weekend after next.
Yeah. This weekend. Yeah.
Mrs. Harper says, hey, boys. Hello, Mrs. Harper.
Good seeing you Friday night, Mrs. Harper, or Friday afternoonish evening.
Okay. Brian says in the Wichita.
Ah, okay. He's rolling. He's going to the ICT.
Where did I see this at? Greg Freebus. He says, if it's bench racing, then I declare myself the winner. You gotta fight Harper.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep. Kyle Booker. Hey, Kyle. Man, we got 39 with us, Rodney.
Nice.
Very good. You ready to kick it?
I'm ready. If you're ready, let's get it going.
I'm ready. And you're good with words.
Sure.
You know what needs to be said.
You bet.
You can take it.
All right. So you go ahead and put that up there. So I think this morning, you know, I woke up myself, just telling my own story here, and on my phone, you know, kind of got the news about Mr. Callie Nate, and so just want to take this time to talk about that a little bit. And I watched my phone, you know, all day, and you know, just seeing the messages come through and watching how, you know, people across the country that, you know, wishing condolences to the family and to Courtney and all his closer friends. And so, you know, we're going to do this show with a heavy heart and talk through that a little bit later. I knew Callie Nate. We actually, this picture right here was at the Mel Hamilton Ford 2 years ago when I got invited out there. Callie Nate got invited out there as well. And you can see Keith Lopez there too, because he had his HotRod Racing booth set up. And so this was a great day. And before this day, I did not know Callie Nate. I saw him on TV. and I kind of knew of him. I know he didn't know me, and so, but we got there early to set our cars up in here before people even came in. We were, looked at each other's cars and just kind of respectfully, like, because we're in a little bit of, the only really difference is where we put the weight and the motor and that sort of thing. But I thought it was awesome. He said the same about mine. And once you guys get out of this, is that day we talked like the whole day, like we knew each other, and forever. And a lot of good stories. And we kind of realized too that we were in the same places sometimes together, just didn't know each other, but we at the same events. And that was kind of cool. And of course, that particular day, they did a burnout contest out in front of Mel Hamilton Ford, and he won that contest. and
Easily.
it was so funny too, because he's got some 29s on it right now, and this is how diehard this guy is. He sat there, he jacked his car up right where this thing sets, takes his wheels off. He has some 28s in the trailer, and I'm not talking about another set of rims. I'm talking he broke these 29s down, put the 28s on these rims. Just because they were an older set, these 29s were brand new, and he goes out there and does this hellacious burnout. I think the tracks are still out there right now as we go by it, and I'll never forget this too, because there was I don't know, 100 people out there or whatever, and he pulls up, and this guy walked up to him, probably just a fan or a spectator. He goes, "You won." There was other cars out there doing it as well, so that was a good time, man.
He did it twice. You remember what his goal was for the second one?
Yeah, he said he's going to get the front wheels off the ground on the
He's
second.
Want to do a wheelie.
Guarantee I'm going to do a wheelie right here. And he was just, that was what he was trying to do. He's trying to put on a show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was awesome, and that was my, first and only time got to hang out with him. Made a great impression. And he's in the cars, and I watch him on Street Outlaws and that sort of thing, and just kind of followed him myself to see what was going on with these no prep events, or these little I call them little city events, because I know little towns around put on these little shows, if you will, to get some good money for their town. And but yeah, so just want to talk through that a little bit. And I know there's heavy hearts, around the whole country here today that are thinking about him, thinking about his family, and just putting it out there for myself. If I can do anything to help, I know the racing community's here, anybody needs anything. So that's what I want to say about that.
Yep. And he went as Cali Nate. So I don't know his story. I don't know anything about him other than he's Cali Nate and he was a street racer. But somewhere, hopefully, sometime down the road, hopefully somebody will, and maybe it's out there, but it'd be neat to see a biography. He's from the California area, I suppose. I don't know, but he landed in the Midwest here in Wichita.
Yeah.
So it would be real neat as a biography, kind of a history lesson on, what he was doing in California. Was he raised and grew up there racing?
Mm-hmm.
I believe we probably know why he was in the Midwest. It's so much closer to a lot of racing.
Sure.
And you can stretch east and west way easier than going from California all the way to somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to go from here in any direction. So it'd be neat to learn about his history of where he came from and getting into the Kansas area, and it'd be neat to learn that about his history. If somebody puts that out sometime, that'd be cool.
It would be cool. And just this day when we were talking about it here, he did mention that he was from the Fresno area, and he had a shop, and without going into a lot of detail, he felt like just with the laws and the rules there in California, he was kind of getting pushed out of doing his dyno work and testing, working on cars.
Yeah.
And to your point, Gary, he's like, man, when I go to, if I go all the way to Florida, man, that's like 24-hour drive or something, and so, there's a scene here. And of course, the whole 405 with Street Outlaws and that sort of thing. And so I think that's what kind of brought him this way. And I'm sure he met some of the local no prep guys like Nick and Rank, and just who all those people are that he met. I'm sure it's more than two. And then just kind of made those relationships and looked around and thought, man, there's a scene here, and I can make some money here, and I don't have to worry about all that stuff going on the West Coast.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, and keep more money in his pocket because he won a lot. I mean, that was obvious. You've seen it all over.
Yeah.
And keep more of his money in his pocket than shoving it in the diesel tank for traveling and
Sure.
motels and whatever else. So that's expensive traveling. So
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And but yeah, so that's a little bit I know there. But just reflect. It was a great day. As soon as I heard the news, you get up and you get your phone, and it was like I think the first post I saw was from Mid America, with a heavy heart, and I'm just like, what? And then start scrolling, and like, man, I mean, like the first 10 or 15 deep, I was like, man, it must be true. Like everybody around the country here is saying something. And of course, we got our group chat going that was started blowing up too. I think everybody's got up at the same time, and I think you got up a little earlier and saw it before I did, though.
Yeah, I had to make a restroom break and then go back to bed. And that 5 a.m. or 5:50, whenever it was, is that was pretty unbelievable to see that. But
Yeah,
there it was.
there it was, and he went out doing what he loved, and that's all we can hope for, as well. And so it's good stuff. And just my condolences to the family, the racers that were close to him. So it's we lost a good one there.
Yeah, there were some others that had a quick little shout out, and I just grabbed a few of those. I mean, there was a ton of them. I mean, you could go on for hours. The people that had shout outs to him, but a couple of our local guys that we knew him very well. Nick Roberts, and this little poster type deal looked really cool, and I grabbed it. That's his 2 cars. It looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick had posted this earlier in the day. He says, "My heart is broken. Team Devil's Glue will never be the same." It's a cool picture. And Nate backing him up there looks like they're an Outlaw Armageddon 8.
Yeah.
It's a cool picture.
Great picture.
Keith Lopez. Keith had done work on both of these cars. And Keith made a post. He said, "We had a lot of cool talks and ideas bounce off of each other for different types of no prep racing with both cars. Here recently, he would get so excited and was like a little kid. Someone that loved racing and lived his life to the fullest. This much will never leave our presence. His legacy will live on." That's a great sentence there. He would get so excited. It was like a little kid.
Yeah. No good.
Jason Rank changed his profile picture. They're holding up a big check, a fistful of cash, smiling, obviously having a good time after having a big win.
Yeah. Looks like they got some sort of army helmet or something as well there. Maybe.
Yeah. That's a pretty funny looking picture. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that was part of the winnings was some cash and something in them theme. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a cool picture.
Yeah, definitely.
Dave Comstock had a shout out. "See you on the other side, brother. Rest in peace." Cool picture.
Great picture.
Yeah. Yeah. That's as far as I went with that stuff. There's so much, just grabbed a couple things from some of the local guys that was in pretty close contact with him.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sad day for sure. Makes you think about life, and, just seeing everything and all the feedback today, he definitely lived his life to the fullest, and like I said, went out doing what he loved. And so can't beat that. We all, we're going to go one day, we can't get out of this world without. So,
yeah. Yeah. And them guys, they're street racers in any type of drag racing you can imagine. Nobody races more in the year, in the calendar year, January, December. Nobody races more and puts down more laps than the street race guys.
That's true.
They're out there wee hours of the morning. They're out there when it's 20, 30, 40 degrees at night. Man, them guys, they don't race, they race more than anybody.
Yeah, they're diehard.
They love it. They love it a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, and that's all I got on Nate. We just wanted to bring that up, right off the get-go in the beginning. So yeah.
And if, just putting it out there too, if any kind of services around here, I don't know exactly any details. I think it's too early for any of that. But if we hear anything, we'll share that as well. just to keep the lines of communication going, whatever is decided. So just want to be a platform to help share information. That's all.
Right on. Well said. Well, you ready to get into the rest of this, Rod?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I got to show you this. There's an eclipse coming, right?
That's what I heard. Is that a Mitsubishi eclipse?
Maybe, or it might be this. I found this. I thought it was kind of funny. This was on Rocky Mountain Race Weekers page. The only eclipse that matters is the sun is behind the Buc-ee's sign. I saw that and it made me chuckle about. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. When is that? Is that tomorrow? The eclipse?
I think so. Sometime in the afternoon, 12 to I don't know. I'm not sure when it is. We'll know when the sun starts fading a little bit.
It's a little dark. Yeah.
And we won't lose our minds, hopefully.
Nah, I don't think so.
Did you get some yard work done today?
Man, I did get some yard work done, and I'm tired. And I got that all mowed and trimmed, and just, man, it's starting to start back up. And I do it for exercise and try to relax. So it was pretty good. But yeah, I got it all cleaned off. So I got reminded I gotta put some plants or some tulips or something. So
did my yard girl send you pictures of her yard to brag about it? How good it looks?
Well, I sent pictures one way to 2 yard girls, and I got back a set of pictures from 1 yard girl, but from the other yard girl, which is Tiffany, I got you'll find out tomorrow. And so I don't know what that means.
Well, this was a picture of my grass. I measured it like an hour ago.
Okay.
Look what we're dealing with here.
Holy cow.
It's like 12 and a half, 13 inches deep is what it looks like, right?
Dude, that's all the grass.
Man. Woo.
Holy cow. What's Cameron doing over there?
Man, I'm lacking a yard girl over here.
I'm telling you what, was she busy?
She was busy, to tell the truth. She was her and another HOA board member was giving assistance to a resident in the HOA with their yard stuff. So she was doing yard work. She was just helping somebody else.
You tell her I'm going to turn her into the HOA. Show me the same food.
That's out of tolerance, isn't it?
It is. It's got to be. Holy cow. Yeah, that's all the grass.
This is Darce Laws. He lives up in Wyoming. He says, we got snow that deep. Don't believe everything you see in my pictures. Because remember, sometimes I'm wrong.
Oh, there you go. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. So that's all. I was just hanging some stink on my yard girl.
Yeah.
So she's going to mow it tomorrow.
Fine. This is ridiculous.
You ready for some kid talk? Kansas International Dragway.
Yeah, they had an opening. Let's talk about it.
Yep. Today they opened up. But I noticed this earlier in the week. I don't remember what day it was. So there was a video and Kenny was in a broom, a sweeper broom. And you see the middle of this picture?
Mm-hmm.
You can see where it's been broomed. Pretty cool machine. Yeah. You can see on the left side, it's broomed. And on the right side, it's getting ready to be broomed. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. He said it came from Superior Broom. It's a piece of track equipment. So I think that place is in town, Superior Broom. So I just did a check on them, and I thought, well, maybe this is what it looks like, because I was looking at the front. There's a blade on the front. It looks like, and it's in a cab. Sure. They had some other models. I was like, well, maybe it looks something about like this. Then today, they actually had pictures, and I guessed right. That's what it is.
Yeah, cool.
So that's a nice fancy broom sweeper.
Yeah, it'll get us mileage out there. You know what I mean? Those places just create rocks. So
yep, especially today with all the wind blowing around.
Oh, goodness, especially today. And with the sand pit right behind there too. You know what I mean? So
yep,
plenty of opportunity to use that thing.
Yep. They had a picture of their tractor with the drag and the tires.
Right on.
Little piece of equipment there. Keith sent us this picture. Mm-hmm. This is, I forget what street that is, 67th Street or 5th, whatever it is.
I think it's
61st or whatever. So he sent us this, and there's a lot of vehicles there. That's really cool. It's good. Good to see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, you know, anytime you can see a track reopening, no matter where it's at, you know, with all the, you know, last 5 years, all the tracks have been closing, to get one to reopen. I mean, that's big stuff there.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I lost it. There. Kansas International Dragway posted this. It's getting a good start on the day. Test and tune and tech inspection as long as there are cars to run. Got some cars lined up there, it looks like, for some tech.
Yeah.
Little crazy little hot rod there. I don't know, you call that an altered or something like that?
Looks like.
Little tech line stuff.
Cool. Yeah, because it was the chassis cert day, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
And that James Cheney's little 4Runner he works out of?
I think so. You're probably right. I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably standing from the corner of the south end of the concession stand.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Chris Padgett's station wagon there.
Mm-hmm.
And over here on the far right is Brandon's Studebaker.
There you go.
Yep. So they was out there. I think from seeing some of Chris's postings this afternoon, I think he drove it there from Hutch. So
Brandon did?
Not Brandon, Chris Padgett. Yeah, come on, Brandon.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, man, I'm ready to see that thing in person after they got it back together. And I know they put this cool video out this week that I watched 1,000 times. I think Tracy Lynn has some involvement with that, man.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is just so awesome. We got that thing rebuilt it in no time flat. And yeah, I'm ready to see that thing in person. Things hopefully on May 4th, maybe.
Hey, Brandon's here.
Yeah.
Yo.
Great work. Yeah, video.
This is Ron. Ron said they shut down at 3:45, got too windy, and the track went away.
Okay. Well, just part of being in Kansas this time of year, you know. And
if the track went away, that's perfect for this guy. He don't mind.
Both
He'll race on anything. He'll run that dude down any surface.
Yeah. I'm just sure he's so excited. Oh well, there you go.
There you go. And we know where you was at Thursday night.
Yeah.
The night, right?
Yeah, and I bet Brandon just I don't know, you know what I mean? I saw that little album they made, you know, with all those pictures, and I think that there was around 50 pictures in that thing. And you know, if he was sitting there daydreaming in his bed before he went to sleep, I mean, right now it's got to, you know, right now he's got to be feeling great, just having the motor running again, having it be able to drive on its own.
He said we got a badass 60-foot on a crap tune-up, though.
There you go.
Today? Good 60-foot today? You had the wind blowing, that's why, right?
Yeah. That's what it was. It was pushing him. Is that what it was?
The wind, yeah.
That's funny.
It was the dirt and the wind.
Yeah. Well,
let's go ahead.
Yeah, I wondered about that, you know, how long they went, and Ron talking about shutting down 345. So, you know, they got some of it in, and just glad it's open, got an opportunity to get some chassis certs and that sort of thing.
Yep. NHRA West Central Division 5 was there. Drag racing returns to Wichita. NHRA drag racing returns to Wichita after more than a year hiatus. Kansas International Dragway reopened today with a packed house. We were lucky enough to be on site to meet with racers and fans, assist with licenses and chassis certifications, and enjoy opening day. Looks like 2024 is off to a great start for Kid. Now we just need some less windy days.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. They'll come.
Brandon says, have to click on rebuild album. I'm not very Facebook savvy. The album has like 150 pics.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely look through that. I like looking at that stuff. Yeah, I'm just watching how they wired everything in with the grid, and I just enjoy that stuff. So I'll definitely look at that.
He said, what?
Yeah, that right there. That's
Cordova for Builders Brawl, May 3rd and 4th.
That's the next deal at Mad.
Oh, that's right. It is. That's the next heads up race.
Dang
so he won't be there for Big Tire. Darn.
Yeah.
All right. And here's a picture of Brandon's car on the jacks
Yeah.
on the return road,
Right on.
like an outlaw.
Looks good. I like the orange.
Yep, I like that. Looks good.
Yeah. I wondered if they went with that color. I'm looking at our own screen right now. Just caught me with Sandlin Iron and Metal. You know, it's in orange.
Oh, right.
Saw that.
Yep. See it right there in the bottom right corner. Yeah, yeah.
Looked and just like, whoa, I wonder if that's why they went orange. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Look at that. There's a lot of cars in the staging lanes there.
Oh, that's great.
Trucks, cars, imports. I see a BMW, Corvette, pickup trucks.
Yeah.
That's good to see.
Yep. No, it's great.
Bunch of Mustangs lined up.
Good.
More staging lanes. People in the concession stand.
Right on.
There's a comment here. It says we went orange because of all the carbon in the car.
Ah, okay.
Make that stuff pop pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. More staging lanes. Lots of cars. That's good.
Yeah, it's good to see.
I never did hear a total like tech card count.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know.
It looks like Eric Gray's little yellow Capri.
Yeah, the Capri, I see it.
Yeah. Little tower with a big Sandlin Iron and Metal sign on it. A couple more comments here. Brandon says the wrap has always had orange in it.
Right.
He said it was packed out there for sure.
I bet.
Cool.
Brandon, was there any like heavy hitters like yourself? Any, or just mostly what we can see in the staging lanes? I'm sure you're the biggest dog there, but I mean, anything else like yours there, or
AJ Taylor says it was a long, good day. Unfortunately, the wind made it sketchy.
Mm-hmm. Same consistent message on the wind.
Staging lanes. I mentioned that's pretty much all I got for kid pictures.
Sure.
We seen, mentioned Chris Paget with his station wagon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he drove it there from Hutch. Let me kill this.
That's a cool little deal. That's an LS turbo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps making gains.
Yeah. Is that the cat that you went out to Topeka last year with, or nothing? It's somebody else?
No, that was Scott Brown from Texas with
right.
his. It's an old car, also 50, like a 53 Bel Air, LS turbo deal. So Chris posted this circuit. It's like a drag and drive deal. So Chris is thinking the Mad drag and drive. He's probably going to run that for sure in May. But he's got this circuit he signed up for April 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Okay.
And it's
All right.
It's a Ozark and Mocan location deal. So he's gonna do some drag and driving with that. He drove and drugged the car today. He's gonna drag and drive this circuit deal, and shortly after that, gonna come to Mid America Dragway and probably do the drag and drive there. So
man, you're getting the
yeah,
300 street miles. That's pretty cool.
150 cars must have a limit on that. Pre-party registration.
We're gonna start in Mocan. Go to start in Mocan. It looks like, and then
on the
drive
19th.
to Ozark, and then looks like drive back to Mocan there. That's pretty cool.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Pretty neat deal.
That's a great.
Got people that doesn't have, maybe want to burn a lot of vacation, can just slam on something like this for a weekend and have some fun, and also give you a taste if you've never done one before. Give you a little bite, little taste of what one's like. Packing your trailer, packing your car, however you want to do it.
Sure.
Brandon says quite a few slick tire cars there, but more street tires than slicks.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. We got some Mid America Dragway stuff next. You ready for that?
You bet.
They posted this today. The banquet annual awards night, Saturday, December 7th. Doors open at 5. I think is that the same place? I think it was.
Yeah.
That's that cool little venue that they had.
Yep.
Nice little place. Yep.
That'll be a good time. Already set up. It's like they got it registered and getting the word out already. Start getting your letting them know you're going to come there. That's awesome. You get your ticket.
And first thing I did, when I seen the date, I looked at the calendar. December is PRI, so
yeah,
that's the Saturday before.
Woo!
PRI. I'm sure that was on purpose too.
Yeah. There we go. That's kind of how this year too, right?
Yep.
Or I guess it'll be 2020.
That is.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll work.
We've talked about this for a little bit, and we finally got some pictures during the week. Harper's new scraper.
Right on.
I think Scooter Rick Pitzer. I think I got his last name right this time. I think he put this together with that Hustler tractor.
Heck yeah.
It's got a canopy
up there.
Yeah. Yep. A canopy, like a golf cart type canopy on top for the sun, and got a little box to put a cooler in.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice little rig.
Scrape Master 2000.
Didn't think about it. The Scrape Master, yeah. Should have went inside the shack the other day when we was down there and
checked it out.
I forgot all about it. Here's some comments. Oh, Mrs. Harper says you're correct with your pronunciation. Well, it's only took like 3 months for me to remember their last name, Pitzer. We always see him as Scooter Rick. Scooter
Rick.
Never remember his last name.
No.
Yeah.
That's how I am with names. Oh, the guy with the 70 split bumper. Yeah.
The 70 orange with black stripes. Oh, yeah, that one.
Got the big block. Scooter Rick, thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Hi, Rick. Cool little tractor you built there.
Cool.
So we was there for testing Friday.
Right. Yep.
And you was parked next to a bike guy.
Yeah. Guy from Iowa.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that when I rolled in, he was already there. And I saw his truck had Iowa plates on it. And I was like, holy cow.
I was doing some messaging with him this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second. Mrs. Harper says, another racer friend of ours donated the golf cart top to keep the sun off Harper's head. And Grouse Valley Equipment in Dexter donated the mower. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a cool little feature there.
Yeah, we need to see that thing in action.
Mm-hmm.
So I was messaging back and forth with Patrick, right? And I thought, you guys were talking the other night. I thought something was said about Iowa. Yeah. So in our messaging, I said, you came here from Iowa, correct? He said, yes. He's from Altoona, Iowa, about 7.5 hours. Yeah. I said, you came all the way here just to test on Harper's track Friday? ? He said, absolutely. Came here 7.5 hours.
Yes.
To test on that track. That is cool.
That's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool.
Yep. So he made a post and he tagged some other guys in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a post to Mr. Harper. It says, if you're in the Midwest and you're looking for the best traction, period, Gary Harper, Mid America Dragway, is the freaking man. He treats us radio guys with the most respect, gives us an outstanding effort. There's no quit in him. The track got better every single hour. He does these private tests handful of times a year. I appreciate you, Gary, on behalf of all the outlaw/grudge style bikes in the Midwest. Thanks for giving us a surface that's working without having to travel 13 to 15 hours away.
Dang.
Man, that's really cool.
That is cool. Well, it makes when I see something like this, I think, man, that's in our backyard, and just having that opportunity there with working with Matt and the Harpers, that's just awesome. He drove 7.5 hours.
Yeah.
Get on a track.
Yeah. It's not, he wasn't here for wasn't coming through for grandma's birthday or something. Just came. That's why I asked him, you came here just to test? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. And when we got up next to him and stuff after we were getting everything rolled out, and they kind of came over and we were looking at each other's stuff because I think motorcycles are cool as well. And he was looking at the car and you know, I mentioned, I was like, you drove in from Iowa? And he's like, yeah. Here you go on the track, you know, and yeah, it's a great track. Harper's great surface. And he made his licks, you know, he had good, he did let, this picture here shows it, but I think one of the passes, he clicked the back tires, 109 on the rear tire. And so, but yeah, and when they were done, you know, when everybody got done around, I think it was 9, we ended up finishing up. Oh, there it is, 111 on the back tire. And yeah, they started heading back. He said, and, you know, they're backing out. I was like, you heading all the way back tonight? No, we'll stop by halfway. All right. Yeah.
Yep. When we was messaging, he was giving me some info that I'm not going to share, but I asked him if I could give this 60-foot info in comparison to what he's got in Iowa.
Yeah.
And he says you have to slow this 60 down to 127 to a 130 to do anything at any track in Iowa. And he'd come down here on Harper's track and goes 111. So, yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
I like to go fast, but I've never, ever had a desire to go fast on a motorcycle. Them guys, here's a picture of them guys. That's how they get around.
Yeah, that's
them guys on them bikes.
Yeah. Well, and that's why their legs are hanging off, you know, because that's so big.
Them guys are crazy.
Crazy.
In this post here where he tagged Rob Powers and 15 others, there was some chatter inside there about Mr. Harper and the prep. This dude David said, I'd bet the house that more personal bests have been set on their surfaces than any other track managers in the Midwest.
Wow.
And some of the others agreed.
Sure.
Mr. Harper says, Patrick, thanks for the kind words. We try hard to make it the best we can with what Mother Nature gives us. You guys are always testing, and so am I, looking for ways to make it faster and more consistent for racers. We will always put in the work as long as racers keep driving to Mid America Dragway to radial test.
There you go.
That's cool feedback.
Oh, it was great feedback. And to that point, there was, you know, I don't know the count, you know, how many bikes were there, but there were several bikes there. I saw them all lined up at one point or two. And you know, I thought the test session was great as well, you know, and we'll get that in a second, but like good count for that, especially on a Friday. You know, people knew that we weren't going to run the race on Saturday, but wanted to get out like myself, you know, and get some licks.
Yeah. That was really cool feedback to see that.
Yeah.
And
great guy too. They were just, you know, coming over talking and, you know, and the first thing they said, oh, you don't have an LS in it or a big block Chevy?
Yeah, they were digging your car, man.
Yeah, just like, you know, and just, yeah, we had a great time, man. And friend requested me. I mean, that's someone I'm going to talk to, you know, great guy.
And in this paragraph that Mr. Harper typed, there's the sentence here. It says, you guys are always testing, and so am I.
Right on.
That's a great statement right there.
Yeah.
He doesn't just put it down and say, there's what you got, go do whatever. Well, he's testing also.
Yeah.
He's trying to make the thing better every time.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Yeah, it does. You know, and he, not to let anything out what he's doing, but like he came over and talked to us about how he's using the bars and the angles of the bar and the speed and that sort of thing. And so, yeah, he's got his game. That's no joke.
Yeah. Good stuff. What is this? This was Patrick. He also says, Gary has been a huge support of me for 5 years. Any way I can help him, I always will. He knows my options are tests there or drive to XRP, South Carolina, Orlando, or North Carolina. Jeez. Man. All my big races all down that way. So for me, it's nice to cut the time in half, even though it's still a long ways, and costs about $750 just to go for a single day test. Man, that's some dedicated dudes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And they were having a great time too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they're walking around all stressed out and, you know, they're just taking it all in, you know, how things were going and working on their bike and making hits and, you know, just joking it up. And yeah, good time.
And we put that up just a second ago, but 111 on the back tire, feet hanging off. Them guys are crazy.
That's like a counterbalance there with those legs, I think.
Yep. You know, them guys are fast, and they run somewhere in the fours. And I believe Mr. Harper has said, not this bike specifically, but he said he's seen some of these bikes, motorcycles in general. Some of them are faster than our cars.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mrs. Harper says Patrick used to come test in Iowa with us before we came down here.
Well, and that's what he did. He just followed
Yep.
it down, you know. So
not yet. We're not going to get there yet. Ron, getting close. Not yet. What is this? Oh, and Patrick was messaging me, and he was just kind of mentioned this Drag Fest 2024 Eddyville Raceway Park, June 15th, 2024. It's a small tire deal. It's got a big tire deal also, but it's a big money deal. 10,000 guaranteed winner, king of small tire, 250 to enter. Second chance. I was reading through it real quick when I was trying to put it up for here, but he sent this just to general info, let everybody know. He's like, tell your small tire guys or whatever. Didn't say, I didn't catch if it was prepped or not, what type of prep. It says 28, 10, 5 non-W.
yeah.
But anyway, 10,000 to win, man. And that's in Eddyville Raceway Park.
Right on. Well, and then it looks like they got a top 16 and a bottom 16 there.
Yeah, fastest 16, no minimum car count, small tire, second chance. Yeah, there's a lot of info there. Outlaw big tire.
Because the number 17 down will be in the second show there for 5,000.
Yeah, that's great. Great payouts. Holy cow.
Right.
Shelly and Kurt, what's up, boys? Hey, Shelly and Kurt.
How's it going?
Marvin Jenkins checking in. Hey, Marvin.
Marvin.
What is this? Oh, all right. This is what this is. Neil Chance Racing Converters. Another record with one of Marty's converters. And this guy, Derek Ward, that keeps killing it. New national record. Congratulations, Derek Ward. Neil Chance Racing Converters, power pump converter. Don't you deserve a chance?
Power pump.
Yep. That was this weekend was PDRA. New PDRA national record in Pro Boost with Marty's converter.
Yeah.
Derek Ward sets the record with a 355 at 211.
Wow.
Man. That's pretty crazy stuff.
That's getting it.
Well, we got some more comments here. Marvin says, was at Kid this morning, a huge turnout for the first day.
You bet.
Cool. Shelly and Kurt, badass. That's probably on this converter update with Derek Ward. Mr. Harper says, it's prepped for sure. They try to do radio prep. Oh, cool.
Eddyville.
Yep. And that's June 15th. And that is Titans at Mocan weekend also. Eddyville, he says.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's what I found. Neil Chance Racing Converters put that out today.
Nice.
And what else is going on with the Neil Chance Racing Converter people? Rodney Dow?
I don't know. I like that. It says Neil Chance power pump. I wish I had one, but there's a saying that says Marty knows converters.
He does.
That's his little saying. So what Gary's alluding to here, we talked about this before, and so just talking about through my week, just preparing to go to the test and actually get ready for the race, because like on Monday, Tuesday, we thought we were racing Saturday, and so just preparing for the race. I was got the car all ready and everything, and it's been running for a minute, and so I was just data logging some spool ups and that sort of thing in the driveway, and yeah, I'm sure my neighbors love me, but and my thought just with the seat time, messing with the car, and I've had a slew of converters in here and stators and that sort of thing, and I think that's known. And but I just felt like with this new big bore converter, non-power pump, it was coming up, if I could say it, too quick. I just didn't feel like it was like doing the whole getting over the converter thing. It wasn't flashing like a nitrous car or blower car or anything, but it just felt like it was just coming up too quick for me. And I was concerned that it was going to blow through the converter going down the track. So I was trying to solve a problem I realized I didn't have. And so I got a hold of Marty and talked to him real quick and kind of told him what was going on. And of course, he's like, this was on Thursday. And he's like, yeah, well, we talked through it and shared some data and that sort of thing. And he's like, oh, well, okay, I'll go down and, I got 2 stators on my desk if you want to come get them or have Doug bring them to you or whatever. And so I talked to Doug and he was busy. So on my lunch, I ran to Cheney and grabbed him and, cause he went out. And so I went there and we talked about it. So, for myself, I had like, make up some numbers here because these ain't factual numbers. Let's say the converter, the stator I had in there was like a 15-20 or 15V20. Well, that means it's 15 vanes, 20 degrees. Well, he gave me like a 17-25 and he gave me like a 20-35. And what that means is just at a high level, the vane pitch is what we're talking about here. So I come back home and it's Thursday around 4:00. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to yank the training real quick. So I yank the training and I get the converter out on my bench, take it all apart. And I call him. I'm like, all right, this is what's in here. This is what I'm thinking. And he goes, okay, just go to the next one. And, I'm like, well, I wanted to eat. I don't want to mess around. And I wanted to eat like right out of the gate. And he's like, he goes, well, I'm worried about your power wheeling. You got to realize that like you had a small bore converter. And so, the numbers are all different for you on this deal because the big bore converter, flows like 40% more fluid. Obviously Marty's a hydraulic specialist. And he goes, and I'm just worried about your power wheeling. And I go, okay. And then so we get off the phone. Of course, I jump over it and I don't do what he says. And I put the 35 in, get it all back together, put it back in the car, put fluid in it, get it out in the driveway. It's like 8:30 after I do dinner and hang out with the fam a minute. And I went out there, fired up, warm it up, go to spool up, thing won't move. Just sitting there.
Oh no.
Oh my God, that's not good. So it's like 8:34. I look at my little watch and car's back up, training's back out, and I got gloves on.
Thursday night, right? Thursday night.
Got my mechanics gloves on. Everything's hot. And to be honest, just let's do a quick check. My record, I've done this in 29 minutes. I pulled this training and converter out. I've done it enough times. I'm driven. Like I have everything set up. I mean, I don't even have to undo the cooler lines or nothing. Like everything's a 5/8 or a 9/16. I did that on purpose. So I don't have a lot of tools that I'm messing with. And so, I got a lift and a training jack where I just kind of bring it back. And so, boom, I get it back out on the bench and like zip it back apart. Like I said, I got to wear mechanic gloves because it's hot still. And so take it back apart, put the 30 in, the middle one, the one he told me to put in.
Right.
And then so I get it back in the car and it's like 10 o'clock right now. And so I'm like, well, okay, I better not. And then so I go to bed. So it's Friday and I know we're going to test here in a few hours. And so I sat there and I'm like, well, I'm gonna put the fluid in real quick. And right before I load it, pull it out, getting ready to load it, warm it up, trailer's all ready and everything. And it spools up and it does what it's supposed to do. And it kind of felt like last year, like, okay, that's a sweet spot. I'm good. I called Marty back, told him what was going on. And he goes, well, go ahead and take it to the track. It's, I figured that, but let me know what it does. He goes, I think it's going to power really on you. And I'm like, all right. And so,
how would he know? Come on. What's he know?
Yeah. And so go to that picture.
Oh.
So there's the training out. That's how I said it. I just pull it back just a little bit. Got my jack, got everything hooked up. And then probably the next one talks about the converter there. It's on the bench there. So there it is. Took a quick picture of it going back. This is probably the second time that night.
How does Marty make a titanium converter look like a stamp? That's some pretty good machining there, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen,
It's not a titanium. Come on.
oh, come on now.
Man, that's some great machine work there.
Yeah.
Make it look like a.
We drew the lanes on there for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's okay. It's
Yeah.
your story.
Well, so then the next picture, you can see it all apart.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this is what I'm talking about here. So this is the stator here. The one that's in it right now at the time is the one that I had it originally. And so the one on the left there that's sitting in the box is what I ended up going to the racetrack with. Okay. And so, you've heard of, Turbo Tech Tuesday. This is, what did I call this? This is Stator Stories Sunday.
Perfect.
So we get to the track, we get all prepped and everything, get on unloaded. I'm waiting on somebody, and that's a little joke because Tanner was late. And so we get finally there. I see Cameron, some other guys go. And so we get there, and the tune-up that's in the car is still from last year. We went 439. And so I'm like, oh, that's pretty aggressive. I don't know if we want to do this with the new setup and everything. And so I sat there and I took a lot of power out. I found some 450 passes and some 451s and 455s. And I thought, okay, this will work, just to get a little start off. And so we get up there and do the burnout. Of course, Harper, right before we get up there, he's like, hey, you got stickers on your tires. And I'm like, I forgot to pull the little sticker off the brand new. He goes, the last thing we need is those stickers on the prep. You make sure you get those out by when time you get out of the burnout. So when I was in the burnout, I was like, oh, crap, I don't want to mess the track up. I mean, I ain't going to spool it up and foot brake it. I'm just like, well, so I just did my normal routine, corset, freaking zip those stickers right off. But I did this long extra burnout because, there were new tires and that sort of thing. So we get backed up. And at this point, the stall speed is on, we got it set around 4,600, And so I get in there and I, flat foot it. And I already got the first bulb on. And I got this little thing where I can hear the turbo getting pissed off, and I'm like, come on, it's already on the chip. And I go ahead and bump, and the light turns green, and I'm like, it ain't pissed off. The turbo ain't pissed off, And I'm like, all right, let go of the button. And it felt good. It went straight. You guys got to remember, this whole car was apart from the front nose, hood painted, new rods, rings, bearings, springs, valve job. The whole train is apart, new converter. I mean, you saw the pictures. The whole rear end was cut out of this thing. You know what I mean? The Lopez, and you put the new boxes in, and I just had both fingers crossed, right? And I think Gary said it best, and when I think Harper said something, and it's your story, you can tell it. What did you say to him?
Yeah, he said, "What's you was in the car, probably headed to the water box or getting ready to fire it up or something." And Harper goes, "Well, what's he looking for?" And I said, "I think anything in the teens in a 60 foot is a really good place to start." And that's we know how fast your car has been, but it's like it's the first time out. The car, like you just said, the front cam member, all that front suspension stuff has been apart and back together. Some new stuff, all this new stuff in the back. You just it has to start somewhere from some kind of baseline. So, man, a teen anywhere would be a pretty great place to start.
Yeah.
And then what'd you do?
Yeah. So it went at 115. And came back. And so here's another funny part. I turned back and I'm coming down the return road. I'm just looking, and I have to tell myself, hey, it ain't a race back. You can slow down, because usually you're dodging stuff and that sort of thing. And I'm like, man, it's cool back here, right. I got it all cleaned up. My first time back here in a car, and I'm like, okay. And so we get back and so it's like, what'd you think? And I looked at both of you. I was like, man, that was slow, And he goes, well, 1 on 115. I was like, oh, well, that's pretty good, Because let me a little disclaimer. We were just doing little 80, 100 footers, first couple of hits, just to make sure everything was going okay. And so I was like, we need to put power in it, because the turbo wasn't pissed off at all. It wasn't in its sweet spot. And so we raised it up to about 4,800. We commanded, instead of commanding 8, we commanded around 11 to try to make 10. And so okay.
Hang on 1 second. Yeah. It went 115 without any effort.
Right.
So the two tracks we'll compare to is Tulsa and Arc City. What's the best 60 foot at Tulsa?
110.
What's the best it had been at Arc City?
111.
So, man, to be 115 that close, man, that was great.
Yeah, we're feeling good, and so we just put just a little bit of RPM in it, a little bit of boost in it out of the gate, just to kind of get everything in its happy place. You know what I mean? To get the motor where it needed to be, get the turbo where it needed to be, and same thing. Go up there, burn out, get staged, do a little quick bump in. And I still waited just a little second because I felt like it still wasn't quite happy, but it felt better. Let go of the button. When I let go of the button, the steering wheel came towards me a little bit. And I thought, that's interesting. It didn't come off, like the whole shaft light came towards me. And I'm like, oh. And so I rolled out about 100 feet again, lifted, came back around. And I thought, man, now, I was kind of freaking out about the steering a little bit, because like I said, the whole car's been apart. New came member, A-arms rack, And I was like, okay. And so we get, Tanner picks me up and everything. And he goes, how'd that feel? And I go, well, actually, I told him this. I go, it actually scared me a little bit because like the steering wheel popped and it felt like it put me back a little bit. And I wasn't ready for it. And he goes, you just went a 110. And I was like, really? I go, that's my best ever here. And he goes, yeah.
That's number 2.
Yeah, on the second hit. He goes, yeah, you just went a 110. I go, that just matched my best outing ever. And I go, we're going to go an O. We're going to go an O right now. I'm going to cap it off right here. We're going to do we're going to run an O today. And because we got all this power still. And so we get back around. We're cooling it off. We're feeling good. High five. The whole shaft, we had to reset the little Allen deal. It's no big deal. It didn't, we reset that after the car cooled down. We got underneath it and redid the Allen, the V nut and everything, the jam nut. And here's where it gets interesting. All right. So go to the next picture.
I got one of these.
Right on. So
the right one.
Yeah, this is it. So I got my little, showing off Marty here a little bit. This is my old converter from last year on the bench. It's the 430 converter. And so what I want to show you here is the stators that are the closest to this converter are the small bore converter or the small bore stators. And I'm not a hydraulic specialist. Anything I say here, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. Marty Chance is the man. I know a little bit. I did build transmissions at Ford for about 7 years. I'm AC certified, yada, yada. So I know about trannies and that sort of thing. But I'm not a hydraulic specialist in the converter. But I'm showing this to show everybody, that converter sitting there is a small bore converter, and it's got the small bore stators. And you see the big bore stators next to them as a visual. And if you can look, the ID is the same. So the diode will go in and out, Scangle diode, it slides in and out with a low clip, and that's no big deal. But I didn't think about it until I was showing Gary yesterday, right? Was it yesterday or this morning? I'm like, we were talking about the fluid capacity that runs across these stators. And it kind of, now that I look at it today, I realize what was going on once we start putting power in it. So here's the rest of the story. So now we're like, okay, we're gonna go 109. I mean, it's golly, all I'm gonna do is tickle it, give it another 100 or another pound. And but what Marty said would happen started happening. And so the more power we put into it, the converter started working more. And so it was starting to come up. I mean, it was power wheeling at 30 feet, and we put some more. I think we made 4 or 5 hits. Harper stayed late for us. I mean, me and Cameron were trying to get one more. They were supposed to close at 8. We stayed till 9. He came over to us we want one more, because we just kept putting more power into it. We're underneath there adjusting shocks, trying to get the extension to come up. We went 10 clicks throughout the day, and we're playing with that. And so lo and behold, we never could grab that first second hit. And the reason why is because of the hydraulic fluid technology here. And so all that to say, so Saturday morning, of course, we're, the whole team is high five, and we had a great outing, right? 4 or 5 hits, you got oil pressure, you didn't hurt anything. I just went my best 60 ever at Mad. And I feel like I got so much to gain. We're getting ready for Texas. high five. And of course we wanted an 09, but we'll save that. But then I started thinking about it on the way home. Of course, we're drove separate and we're calling each other on the way home. And I'm like, I'm putting that first stator back in the morning. I'm putting that, I'm like, Marty was right. Marty was right. And so it's back in now. Put it back in Saturday morning, and we'll see what happens. Of course, I called Marty Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Hey, buddy, how'd it go? I told him what happened. He just sat there. He goes, well, and he did. He just like, he was cool about it. He goes, Rod, I talk to customers all the time. They usually know their car the best, but I'm usually right.
Told you so. He said,
I'm usually right, but I want you to use them anyway. But like, and I tell this story to say, like, the grind don't bother me. I don't mind working on the car, but I learned so much from this, and it kind of clicked. It was like a click moment for me on this this hydraulic circuit and how it works. And so, I want to share that. Gary made a comment about it. We were talking about just the different bores and that sort of thing. And to be honest with you, I'm going to take this converter with me when we go to Texas. And if it's still doing something crazy during testing or whatever, I'll probably just put this thing back in, and we'll just roll out. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. And also I threw that little high guard in there. I get that from John Deere. Everybody asks me all the time what fluid I use. I use this high guard John Deere. It stinks. It stinks coming out of the bottle. And but a little secret to the success is every event I change this. So the high guard that I had in there on Friday, it's not even in the training anymore. Like every event, I change it every time. So fresh.
That stator that you're talking about, that it was cool to see. I mean, it didn't do what you wanted it to do. It almost did.
Mm-hmm.
But what was cool about it was to see the car with that converter or with that stator. It would be really fast, but a couple other things have to be in line.
Mm-hmm.
The front end needs to stay down.
Mm-hmm.
The back end needs to work and slow down just a little bit. But that's how testing is so important. You gotta make them laps. You got to make them changes.
Right.
With the setup you had before, you knew how much weight needed to be on the front, where the back needed to be.
Sure.
That animal stator, if you ever go back to it, it'll be fast.
Yeah. And to that point, we were sitting there. I don't know if you remember this. We were sitting there getting ready to go up, I think for the third or fourth hit. And Tanner made a comment. He goes, hey, just looking over, because we were watching shock sensors, extending G meter. And we sent the VPS back in and brought it back. And Tanner made a comment. He goes, the VPS is correcting. You want me to turn it back? You want me to turn it on? I go, no. Because if we would have changed that and it started working, we wouldn't have known if it was a stator. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
And just for that reason, because and my thought is you get this main mechanical stuff figured out first, and then you can start in with the other fine tuning with shocks and the RPMs and the boosts and that sort of thing. But you make a big wholesale change, let's call it here. I don't want to, band-aid it with dump valves and VPSs and, that sort of thing. And back to the shock sensor thing, just to let everybody know, about 2 years ago, we're at Marty's office and we're going over data. And he's like, what's your shock sensor? I was like, I don't have any. And he's like, what's your G meter? I was like, I don't have any. He goes, oh, well, this conversation's over. I was like, okay.
There's the door.
Yeah. And so I ran out and got that stuff. So now, I just try to be a good customer for him so he can get the best data for him, And so we talked through that on the phone and on how, what's extending, how quick the rate was extending, what the G meter was doing, especially it was all about the rear too. It was about the rear sensors. And, but yeah, that was it, man. I'm glad I went, learned a lot, feeling good, got fresh oil in the motor, got the original stator back in, I got 4 or 5 hits under me. I feel like the car's going straight and, after being all the parts. So next Thursday we'll load it, head south.
Another fun trip.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got another picture of your converter here.
Okay.
It's custom.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. I just saw you look at that guy. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him nowhere near my place today. He was over at your place looking at your looking at your converters.
Oh my goodness, you cracked me up with that. Yeah, he stamped it, got my name on it. That's pretty funny.
That's custom right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to get this thing dialed in. I want to do good, work for him so he can learn. And I want a power pump this summer.
Yep. I talked to Marty about a power pump and we talked about it. So
right.
I need he gave me a good reason why we don't want it yet.
Yeah.
And it all made sense. He can dumb it down where it makes sense,
Yeah.
He's got the cool toys, but he doesn't want to just sell you the cool toy. He wants it to work right for you. So
right. And that's exactly right. And that's all I'm trying to do now. This is like the test thing to get to the pump, to get that in. And that's hats off, like you just said. He could have sold you whatever it cost pump right then. And you've been
and he told me that too.
Yeah.
He said, I'll sell it to you. But so I had a couple of other questions with that. And he said, let's wait. We need to see this, and this, and we'll go from there. I said, that's fair enough. That's perfect. So
yeah,
that's why I called him and asked him about it. So
yeah, you bet.
We got
comments.
Some comments. I'm gonna go back up here to Marvin Jenkins. Marvin was out. I think he took his car out and got the NHRA cert. Good 25-1 to the top. Good job, Marvin.
Good job, Marvin. That's awesome.
That's a great built piece right there.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see that car in person. I'm assuming you're gonna make May 4th, Marvin. I hope. I want to see that thing.
Come on, Marvin. I seen Tim Webb was watching earlier. What's up, guys? This Facebook user is Eric Isaacson.
Cool.
I'm not sure who that is. We commented here a little while back.
Right on.
Tanner said he got called out.
Yeah.
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 Called him out.
Fault, but
yeah. I think this was Cameron. Cameron says, good job, Rod. That's awesome.
I appreciate that, Cameron, man. I'm chasing you, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. He's put down some good numbers already.
Yeah.
This is Flip. Change your oil after every race. Preach it, Rod.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
Learn from the best.
Tanner, there's actually oil in the motor this time.
All right. That's an inside joke.
Yeah, inside joke.
People give me a hard time to keep the car so clean, And that's what that is.
Yep. If anybody has like some stuff to shout out and talk about for a few minutes.
Yeah, we got some time.
Any smart stuff to say, any dumb stuff to say. I'm usually good for the dumb stuff. And lots of inaccuracies.
Yeah. Do you get to play around yourself with your car?
A little. I'm messing with some wiring stuff still. There's really nothing to take a picture of when you're cutting cable and crimping ends on and stuff and that type of deal. So
yeah, right on.
Not much change there. So I didn't get any pictures. And tried to sell a few things this week, and I did a quick little weld job for a guy at work today. Little downpipe welding action. So
there you go.
A little bit of this and that. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nope, sounds good. And I appreciate you coming out and helping me, Gary, you and Tanner.
Yep, I've said it before. It's fun, and when you're not around it, like with my car, it's fun to be around it with your car. So, just staying around it, watching, learning, looking, observing, watching how the cars work and learn that stuff from there.
Sure. Just staying with the weekend too, or with the test. We hold on a second before you pop that up.
Yeah, go ahead.
We, like just talking about some other cats that were out there, like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say 30 to 40 cars and bikes. I don't know. And I just staying in my lane. We met Patrick with the bike that we talked about earlier. I saw Cameron out there making hits. I saw the 55 help me out with his name.
Eric Kuhn.
Yeah. And Stewie was out there with.
That car is so cool.
Beautiful car. Saw the Chevelle. I think it's a twin LS with from Oklahoma. I think he went in the 4s, $4.99. That was awesome.
Wow.
Jason Flowers was helping him.
Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was like aside from your Fox body, it was like muscle car night.
It was
With the Camaro and
and
the Chevelle and the 55.
The Silver Nova.
Kendall.
Yeah,
Kendall.
he was shaking
KD
it
was
down.
there. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's been 2 or 3 years, so he's been out, so he was shaking it down and got some laps under him, and that's just what it's all about. That's why they call it a test. And Tyler Lloyd was there as well, right?
Yep. Yes,
Yep.
he was. Yep.
Yep. So he was shaking it, and these are just people I know. There was more cars than that. I don't know everybody, and got to see everybody run. Just as people that I ran into or said hi or whatever. But
you was busy with your car, and I completely. I just can't believe I didn't go like get some pictures of who was there testing for for talking point on our deal tonight. I don't have an excuse. I don't know.
That's all right. But
if I probably would have if we'd have got some French fries.
Apparently we showed up too late for the French fries.
I guess we showed up too late.
Because I go upstairs to pay my money, sign my waiver, and I'm looking. Where's French fries? Come on now. I got to wait all the way till May 4th now to get some French fries and some corn dogs.
Yep. Dang.
And I'll wait. I'll wait. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm anxious for that French fry review.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. We're gonna give a great review. We might go live just eating some fries.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. We might do a live golf cart review of French fries.
Yeah. I know we showed up too late. I had a late meeting. So, and I was getting the car ready still, as I just told you guys. And but yeah.
I was working.
Oh yeah. And I took that exit down, no problem. I got off at, Wellington, rolled out, no issue.
Same.
Yeah. Cool.
Marvin says, "Hey boys, if you want to see it, come to the house. Still a couple weeks out, but getting close."
Oh yeah.
That'll get you in line with May 4th.
Yeah. Shoot, if you inviting us over, we'll get in the truck and roll over there.
You may put us to work.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Tim Webb, what about my seat, Gary? What about it, Tim?
Tell me you can pick it up in Texas.
I'll bring it to Texas for the right amount of money. It's on sale. It's about to come off sale. It may go back to regular price. I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah. Is he coming to Texas? Tim gonna make it?
Tim, you gonna make it to Texas? Surely he will.
Oh, surely.
I was in it on Wednesday.
Was he down there? What's that mean? Was he at Matt on Wednesday?
I don't know. Mrs. Harper said you showed up too late.
That's for the
French fries. Mr. Harper says we had 3 cars make a personal best pass on Friday.
There you go. I think one of them was that Chevelle, because I know they were hooting and holler after he went in the 499. Yep. That's awesome. And that car looked like, and I don't know, it looked like it was a radio car. I did look to see that, but it looked like one perfect for that Dragon Drive. But
I was thinking the same thing.
I don't know, but yeah.
This is Harper's excuse. I had to cover the tower. I couldn't leave the fryer unattended.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Here's this completely. I'm kind of dumb. It went over my head.
Yeah.
This is Kurt. I was in the seat on Wednesday. Yes,
is he buying the seat?
He did not buy the seat.
Is it going down to Kurt or Tim? Is that what's going on?
Well, I got 3 people that are buying it, but nobody's got any money.
Oh, I'm not one of those, am I?
No. 3 people are buying it, but nobody wants to pay for it.
Cash. Yeah. So, now they give you a deposit.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Not even no promises or IOUs or nothing. Oh. Hell, at least freaking Regan, if he was buying it, he'd give me a check.
That's right.
Right.
Go to the bank. That's right.
Tim says he's hoping so to go to Texas. We're hoping so too, or else.
Absolutely. That's going to be nothing but a good time going down there. I'm excited. It's going to be a good turnout. I've been watching, Barrett and Mike doing their little live feeds. And speaking of, I just thought of something as I'm saying this. I need to go put my money in to get my registration done.
Oh, yeah, you better do that.
Yeah. So
Kurt says, I got the money, but we are longer out on the project.
we can
Well,
save now. You buy it now, you have to buy
well,
it later.
I was going to say inflation increases the cost of things. So it's going to have to go up. Tim says, I'm going one way or another, car or to help Chopper. So good.
Yeah.
We'll see you. We'll be right across the street from you in the pits there. So just like last time, same place.
That's a small little freight charge. You know what I mean? To take that seat over there. You know what I mean? Just like, here you go.
They got me for like $230 to get it to my house.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, shipping on that thing's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charles McPherson is watching. Charles, he's probably ready to go peel out.
He is ready.
Oh, Ron says, any word on small tire parking?
Ooh,
Ron,
that's a great question.
Good job, Ron. You're watching probably through my profile page, and I can see who you are.
Well, and so okay, let's ask the question. The players are here, so we asked the question 2 weeks back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we last week we didn't get an answer yet, and so I know the Harpers are both on, so we'll stand by and keep going. But type something up and let us know. But yeah, just a quick answer there on the parking, that'd be great.
Yep. Mrs. Harper says, Ron has a spot. I will contact you for payment soon. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Good info. There you go, Ron.
Man, what are we doing here? It's just like a vehicle right here for just to pass information along. Man.
That's right.
Awesome. Love it.
Good deal.
All right. There you go. Asked and answered. Bam.
Ask and you will receive.
There you go. Cool.
Can you?
Man, I might have to do a little side bet to see who's going to get this seat. You know what I mean? Who's going to get? You get like a board going. You know what I mean? And
Tim, Kurt, and Jesse James. Jesse messaged me today. You still got that seat? I think it was today. You still got that seat? I was like, yeah.
So it could potentially go.
He might be taking a survey. I don't know.
It could go in a Chevy too, right? It could go in a G-body Malibu, or it could go. I don't know what Kurt's putting it in, but I would just say is Chevelle. But,
nope. They're building the Dragon.
And the 5.7.
They're building the Dragon Drive car.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, will you personally autograph the seat? Is that what they're waiting on for you to personally autograph it before you sell it?
I sure hope not. I don't need to autograph nothing. That's what special people do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to make something up.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, wait a minute. Tim just said something.
Hang on a second. Let's catch this. Marvin says, what do you guys think about staying home and working on your home track for their first small tire? What do you guys think about staying home working on your home track?
I'll answer that.
That's for Kansas City National Dragway?
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. And that's the 20th. And we wanted to go and support that. And we let me just put it out there this way. We had some team members talk to the camp over there at Kidd to kind of set that date on the 13th, because it was already set that we were going to Texas on the 20th. And so it just didn't work out. We want to support that group and Kidd and go to that, but it's just, we already had our hotels and everything set up, got people coming. Myself, I got family coming from Texas. And so this was a lot. And before Kidd made their date. And so, and we knew that going early. So we asked, and we're not anyone special or anything, but we asked for the 13th on that to have a good showing, because we knew Cameron was going. We knew Harper or Tim was going. We knew Chopper was going. And so, but we talked through that. But I appreciate you bringing that up, Marvin, to talk through that. But that's how that went down. And so we got the next one on the schedule, and so we plan on doing that. And so we talked to Kenny on the side even about the prep and what tire we need to bring and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, it's just the way it fell,
Yep. It's not like we ditched it for any reason. It's on my calendar on the 13th. and then it was red Sharpied away because it got
Yeah.
changed. Everything was in line
Right.
until it wasn't.
Yeah, and it was. He had it on the 13th for a week or two, and I know he does that little with the kids.
The Yes program.
Yeah, the Yes program, and I think it fell on that day, and to be honest with you, I would have loved to have done that. I'll bring my car and show it off to some kids and that sort
It would
of
be
thing.
cool,
But like it just didn't fall right, and but yeah, good question, Marvin.
Yep. Tim says I have cash in hand. My offer stands.
Oh, so you guys have already been talking.
Yeah, he's been lowballing.
Oh,
No, he's looking for a blue light special.
A blue light. Is this Kmart? What you saying?
Right.
I don't know if anybody remembers
Gary
Kmart.
G Mart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure you guys can get together.
Kurt says we're all holding out on you, Gary. Tanner says 500 cash for the seat.
Ooh, 500. Hell, make it 500.
I won't even let you look at it for $500.
How much does it cost me to set in it? That's what you could do. You could bring it to Texas, and people could set it, you could sign it. I mean, just get no out of it. Yeah,
that's funny. Mrs. Harper says Mr. Harper spent time Thursday removing paint lines so we can paint new lines and create more room for some of the spots. Should be finished in time for the ET bracket points races this weekend. Sorry, I burped.
Cool.
Tim, cash in hand. You don't have enough cash in hand, Tim. You need to dig in your other pocket. I know you got another hundo over there.
Oh, that's what's separating it, hundo?
I think so.
Oh man.
Until inflation drives the price up. I mean,
this is when you can do the point flip. You could do, his price.
Blah blah blah. Don't give him no ideas. Blah 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 blah.
Coin flip it. Heads is your price, tails is his price.
Don't give him no ideas.
Gary knows his worth. That's what I'm talking about.
Craven, my man. Gary knows his worth. There you go.
Well, is Tim throwing another 50 out there? Does he mean you halfway?
I think he meant plus 50.
I don't know your guys' codes.
87. I don't know who this is. Through the YouTube, I heard the class was online from Kid.
All right.
I'm not sure.
We're talking about small tire. What Jenkins was talking about a second ago.
I don't know.
Oh, is he talking about the Yes program? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The class was online from Kid. Can you give us more? I heard the Yes program was virtual. Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Actually, we do that at work too. We have these cameras we take so people in our other service centers can see what we're doing. So I bet that may be it. So, and that's on the 13th then. It just didn't work out, and so that makes sense.
I think it's on the 15th, Monday. It's Monday the 15th, I think.
Oh, I guess that would make sense because it's the school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's going on the 13th?
I can't tell you. I don't know. You got the schedule there?
I thought that was the whole reason.
We talked about that. Maybe they need the weekend. Maybe they need to be set up. I don't know. I don't know how that deal works. I don't know.
To be continued.
Right. Well, we'll find out later, I guess.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
That does make sense though to have it on a Monday because the kids are in school. I didn't even think about that until 87 Ram said that. So yeah, do the classes virtually. Because I thought the last time they did this at Arc City, Kenny was down there. They brought vendors out. There, and I think Whitted was out there, and
yep,
they're making.
There was lots of stuff. I forget how many. There was a total number of schools. I forget how many schools were there, and like
dogs and
the military was there, Army or some Army or Air Force maybe who had some stuff set up would be really cool.
And now that we're talking about it, it was during the week.
Yeah, I think it was like a Monday or a Wednesday or something, maybe a Thursday. I about named all the days. It could have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or
Sunday.
Saturday.
One hour in between.
One of them days.
Oh,
It was on the 8th day.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. I got something kind of funny. Wasn't sure if I'd bring it up, but let's do it. Did you watch any of the PDRA stuff?
Yeah.
You did. I saw that. You know, I didn't like watch it,
Okay.
but hang on. Fred's got a comment here about this is Fred Kaufman. Nothing showing that weekend. The S program is on a weekday. Okay.
Well, thank you, Fred.
Fred.
I was
Thanks for
searching
the info. So I fired up my computer on Saturday just for background noise, kind of like we always do. And Flow Racing had the PDRA. When it all got loaded up and started playing, this is what I saw. I've seen this before. I saw this, and I recorded this video with this. You see that idiot in front of the car?
I see a leg in front of the car. Yeah.
Can you see that very good? There's a person
or something.
That's a car. That car, there's smoke behind it. It has started the burnout. There's smoke. I've seen people do this.
Yeah.
And why?
Oh.
You know, he's there, like put the car here, but he's in front of the car, and the car has started the burnout.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I even watch this.
A kick. It kind of. Sure enough.
In front of the car like that when it's. What's the reason for that?
I don't know.
I mean, that's the first thing that was on when it started playing. I thought, look at this idiot in front of this car.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. You know, and they got that rule out at Kansas International Dragway. Only one person past the water box. And if this is your one person after the water box,
be careful.
Send that guy home. Here's another comment. Craven says, oh, what do we got here? Craven says extra $1,000 up for grabs from Fast by Frazier at this weekend's Jim Rubel Super Shifter Spring Classic for the first 3-second pass in small tire at Ozark Raceway Park. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
So Fast by Frazier, this weekend's Jim Rubel Super Shifter Spring Classic. So
yeah. So they're having a small tire race, and Fast by Frazier put up another 1,000 if anybody gets into the 399 club. First to the threes. Woo! First to the threes already.
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
And so let's talk about it. So
okay.
Frankfurt went a 4:10, right? 4.10.
Yep.
And at Ozark. And then I think Russell
down at XRP.
Russell went a 10 as well, 4.10 as well, is what I understood.
Yeah. Craven can clarify that, but I think that's correct. That's a long ways away, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's 11 numbers officially. If it's a 10 to get to a 9, I mean, so we'll see. I don't know. So yeah, but
Kurt Shelley says that's pretty normal. Should have watched Funny Car FCC, Funny Car Chaos. Car got hit in the burnout.
I seen that.
Yeah.
So I think I've seen this. I think they're talking about, you know how like you do your burnout and then the car shut off or something.
Yep.
Well, the person got out of the car, they jump over the wall, and then I don't know if the other car did a burnout and got crossed up and hit them, or like they staged and took off and got crossed up and hit the car. I'm not for sure, but I think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's talking about something else with drivers still in car.
Driver sitting in car. You know, they do that sometimes. You see they will leave the car on the track, have the driver get out, but
yeah,
she's saying
he was
did
still
not get out of the car.
Wow. Because even with, some NHRA events I've seen I don't even know who to say. Ron Caps, he just burn out the car, shut off, so they get out of the car, because
Yeah.
the other car's running and that sort of thing, and they blow.
That seems kind of sketchy too, doesn't it?
That's crazy. Wow. Did not,
And Craven says we went a 10 with a 110 60 foot.
Okay.
Craven says it looked like Heckman when it was in the 90s at XRP.
The 60 foot?
What?
Talking about the 60 foot? Are you talking about
390s?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the way I read it.
Okay. Is that what they're saying?
Was that time slip or was that draggy or was that Mississippi's?
I don't know. I thought he meant like 109, but
Well,
90s, that could be a 99, like 399.
Well, it could be, it could be 60 foot. It could be 0.9 something 60 foot.
That's what I thought it meant. Yeah.
See, I'm full of disinformation.
Clarify that one, Craven. Is he in the, on the 60 foot, or is that the? Oh, there
90s. Well,
ooh, man, woo, that's rolling out.
Man.
Oh, there's Shelly and Kurt too.
Yeah, and talking about that other car, the car broke, left the car there, let the other car go, and left the other driver in the car. Guy did a burnout, and it hit the car.
Wow,
Man, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Huh?
That was at the Funny Car Chaos. Is that what they said?
Yep. I think that was down in Texas this weekend.
Okay. Wow.
Man. Craven says he was deep in the 1.0s on the 60.
Okay.
Deepers.
Man, that's rolling. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I'll tell you something later. I got a text here. I'm not going to say it here.
I got the text.
Huh?
I got that text.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Dang. That's still a little ways away.
Oh, man. 390. I mean, 1.0 60s. That's a turbo car, too. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like Rodney Dow little small block Ford power there.
Oh, man.
Within 1.0 60 foot. It's
man.
So close.
So close. I'm almost there. That's my little goal to get an O. To go deep in the O's, that's even something else. If he's going like a 03, 04, woo! I mean, that's Craven Cameron Marshall there. I'm sure he's deep in the O's there with that. Maybe even Russell Foreman. I don't know, man. That's rolling.
Rex Johnson is watching. Rex, are you going to be ready for Arc City May 3rd and 4th?
Right on.
Your fans want to know.
Rex in the Chevy too.
So Rodney, you made 5 passes Friday. Was you able to steer the car past like 40 feet on any of the passes? Because
I think the first one.
the videos I got, okay, maybe the first one. The videos I got looked like there wasn't much steering going on. The front tires. It wasn't like wheelies in the air, but there was light under the tires, and you can't steer that way.
Yeah, rear steer. Yeah, that was. I don't know if you remember this, but like it kind of did that, and I think it was the third hit, and I kind of rolled back into it, and it's like shook the tires, and Jamie Blueball came back and he showed me the tracks, and Michelle was like, "You kind of scared me on that one." I was like, "It's all right.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
It just knocks your teeth out. That's all."
Right.
There you go. That's Rex there. He says hopefully he'll be at Mad there.
Nice.
Craven says, I think Justin went 103 or 104. We've been 107 at Ozark. Woo.
Man, that is just getting it. Man, 103, 104. O's in the turbos, right? You know what I mean?
Hey, and so that's, obviously that's radio prep. And Mr. Harper is doing the same thing.
Sure.
So around here, that's the 2 tracks to go to for radio prep.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We don't know what Noble is doing real spectacular for radio prep. Haven't really heard nothing out of nobody down there about their prep. We know Tulsa really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's opening in a track and you're going to radio prep, let me get rid of this. It's not just, you can't just open the gate and spray down some junk and go, here's radio prep, go race.
Sure.
There's a lot more to it than that. So
Method to the madness.
yeah. And Mr. Harper, each race, each time he preps, whatever his goals are, he's trying to get better each time, and the equipment, he's putting equipment in place, and Ozark obviously has the right system and equipment also, because it shows. Craven is telling us right there.
Whoop, whoop.
So this is a giant area that you got 2 tracks and you're getting that kind of killer radio prep.
Right.
You got to go to Texas to get some good stuff too, but
that's good.
Yeah, pretty good weather down there. But like Kansas National Dragway, it's going to be radio prep.
Yep.
But they won't roll out the gate with prep like that. It's going to take some time. If it'll ever get that good, who knows?
We'll see.
But it's just going to take some time. And each time Harper preps it, he's learning, and he's also, like he said earlier, he's testing himself, trying to make it better and better.
Well, apparently people are driving from Iowa to get on his track.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. Well, and, just listening to or reading this stuff from Craven Moore and that sort of thing, and talking about Heckman and all those killer cars, and just gets me super excited for the Titans race coming up at Mad, and it just reminds me that I need to get my steel doors back on so I can go run limited. So the mess with these dragons, man, golly, this is awesome.
Yep. Mess with them big block killers. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And the first Titans race is coming up in 2 weeks. The weekend we go to Texas is the first Titans race at Centerville.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this limited deal, especially following the Titans deal. And then if, Mad does something next year as well, that's going to be good stuff.
Yeah, it will. That'd be exciting class to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Excited for that.
It'd be fun.
Yep.
All right.
Abe's get on here, just trying to see if he
some update. Yeah. Troy, where you at, Troy? I know Keith went out of town for a couple of days. He had to go to Colorado for a little bit, but he's back. Troy, tell us where you're at. There's 32 people watching. Somebody spit out something.
But I think we'll go down there Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday morning.
Yeah, we got a chase vehicle coming too.
And make a Bucky stop.
Got a Bucky stop coming in. Get checked in. We got our parking spot. And we'll see Thursday night. Is that Troy there?
That's Troy. No updates.
No updates. There you
go. Okay.
Then maybe we'll test Thursday night, see where it rolls into qualifying on Friday. Go from there. And then, then the race Saturday. So just sit there and listening to the live feeds from Barrett and Michael Hollis. I mean, I'm excited. I know they made some rule changes. They just announced X275 is going to be 7,500 to win, and which is awesome. I'm just excited to see what they're going to announce this week. Seems like every time they had a new announcement, they're giving away a junior dragster. They're
more money.
Yeah. So I'm sure they're kind of setting it up where each week they have more and more to talk through, if you will.
This is Troy. Troy says it's at Keith's, finishing up some stuff with him, and then see where it goes from there. So very good.
So is the goal for Troy to be there the 4th, you think, or?
Well, that's not very far away. Yeah.
What is that? Well, it's 3 weeks.
Ryan Sumner is watching. Ryan, how's your car coming along? Shelly and Kurt says, I went for a ride in a 1,022 horsepower street car today, and it was badass. Was that what was that? What was it? Hellcat, a Corvette?
Yeah, it's probably just a new model off the showroom with turbo nowadays.
Might have been a Tesla. Who knows? Things are crazy too. Troy says probably not going to be ready.
Right on.
It was a red eye.
There you
That'd be
go.
fun. Heck yeah, that'd be fun.
Yep. That's it.
Ryan, what's the status of your project? Sure, Ken's been working on it. Mm-hmm. 1,000 horsepower. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What do them cars weigh?
I'll buy 4,000 pounds, I would assume.
Ooh. So it feels like a 500 horsepower car? All that weight?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It's amazing what they're putting out of the factory nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine doing that 20 years ago, make 1,000 horsepower.
Holy cow. You rule the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you thinking on going to Texas? What's your thoughts?
My first thoughts are take all the clothing, all the hot weather gear and all the cold weather gear, the thermals, the shorts, the hats, the 110 SPF.
Yeah. All the seasons.
Yep. The sweatshirt, gloves, hats.
Yeah.
The sun up and sundown gear.
Think I'll go late?
What do you mean?
Late into the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Yeah.
Holy cow, look what we got here. Rich Guido, streetable, 1,000 horsepower. It's so much fun. Hi, Rich. How you doing, bud?
Yeah.
Hey, we're still gonna come after you to get on this deal here with this. Just find the right spot that works with us and your schedule. But we think about you often. Shane says Stan's car. Stan got one of those?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he does.
Shelly and Kurt says it's 4,300. Holy cow. Woo-wee.
That's what I thought.
I'm going to get this first. Facebook user. This is Mr. Harper. You're hiding over here. We may need as many cars and people to the next race in May we can get. Yep.
Yeah.
Every time. Shelly and Kurt, we talked about what it would do in a 3,000 pound car. Like 1,400 pounds.
Yeah.
Rich Guido says he's doing great. Headed to Texas tomorrow. Oh, I've seen that. You're going to Yellow Belly. You're crazy, dude. Man, well, good luck there and be careful. Smokes.
Cool.
He drives that thing everywhere.
He does, man. He drove 1,000 miles to get from what was that little sick week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In February.
From way up there in Canada to down there in Florida.
Yeah,
and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Can we start now? Are we going to do the cruise? I just drove 1,000 miles.
Yep. He's heard me say this on a live feed in Texas last year, and I'll say it again. The most impressive 8-second streetcar that drives on the streets of the United States has a Canadian tag, and that's his car. That's the most impressive streetcar. Dude drives it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah. That's cool. He's getting his money's worth, that's for sure.
This is Facebook user. This is Patrick Kerr, the bike racer.
Okay.
May will be tough one for bikes. Most will be in South Carolina.
Or another one. And Patrick, I'm assuming, falls that PMRA. I would assume.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably some type of points deal.
Mm-hmm.
Shelly and Kurt, it's on pump gas or E85. Man, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Well,
check this out.
I think you said it. It stands. You know what I mean? That just says it all.
Yeah.
Rich
says 3,000 miles each way, 8,000 miles total. Good time. Thank you.
Hey, I don't know if I'll even put 8,000 miles on my truck this year.
That's a lot of miles.
Around. Holy cow.
Yep. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Patrick says May 3rd and 4th.
Be in South Carolina.
Yeah, that's that heads up weekend.
Sure.
Shane says, look like that red one should make the next race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm thinking he's only got 2 tubes of weld back on, and I don't know. He just keeps playing around with it. So
I could shove it in the trailer and then take it and drag it out with the golf cart and just push it around with the push bar.
there you go.
It's like a parade.
Yeah. He just got 3 weeks. So he's already got the downpipe on. You can see it right from here.
That's part of one. Gonna have trouble getting the air from there.
Yeah.
Up in the there.
You just need a 90.
Just a 90.
I'll be over later to weld it for you.
Okay. That'll be fun.
Yeah. That would be a live feed right there, just alone. Yeah.
That's a good idea. All right. Bye, Rod. Weld her up.
Yeah. Catch the whole place on fire.
This is Brian Wise. Brian says his F-150 weighs over 4,500 pounds. Woo! Good grief.
Yeah.
And it runs mid-tens with ease.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Doug Botkin is watching.
Little coyote. Hey, Doug, thanks for your help this week. Appreciate you. Good seeing you.
And I'm pretty sure this is Brian again when this pops up with the name. Yep, it's Brian. It makes 1,000.
Does it?
Dang, that is cool.
Cool. There it goes again. I mean, anything new with boost is going to make 1,000 horsepower. I mean, it's just crazy to say that. Hellcat, LS, Coyote, whatever. Yeah.
Yep, it seems so easy.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah. And to Kurt Jelly's point, just got to put it in something light.
Yeah. A big old diet.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
1,000 pounds, 1,400 pounds to the weight of a normal car.
Mm-hmm.
Shane, how's your car coming along? Be a little progress? Work on Metcalf's car, probably.
Yeah.
Down. Yep.
All right. Well,
things are pretty quiet now.
Wrap it up.
Everybody must be done with us. Hour and 48. We did good.
Yep.
Shane says working on Metcalf still and getting closer.
Nice. Yeah, those will be awesome.
Yep. Who's this Facebook user? Get it to come up here. Oh, it's Logan. Logan says the back half is done.
There you go.
Cool. Good deal.
Yeah, those guys are working hard over there.
Yep. Well, if everybody's done, Rod, you ready to jump ship?
Let's do it. We've got a good show. We want to thank everybody coming on, and like we said earlier, we'll kick our
what do we want to try to do? Do we want to try to get a hold of Michael or Barrett or both for next Sunday if they have time?
Yeah, we were talking.
That might be the tough part, but if they have time, cool. If not, we can figure something else out by Wednesday or Thursday and get something scheduled.
Absolutely, but that'd be the goal.
Yep. See if one of them guys can chat about the Radial Roundup.
There you go.
Be fun.
Yep. Absolutely.
Does that mean we'll have to go sit in the car at a quick trip or something too, like they do?
I don't know. I kind of like where I sit.
Yeah, me too. Same.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep. All right. Let's
bring the sponsors in.
Grab them, roll up here to these sponsors. Bam. Special thanks to these partners: Mid America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Sandland Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet. Thank you for being great partners in 2024.
Absolutely. Couldn't do it
Got a
without 'em.
couple comments that jumped in here. This is Tracy Lynn says, let me know if anyone wants to plan a reveal shoot at their private test and tune.
Cool.
Cool. Yes.
That's definitely one for the books.
Yep. She does great photos, puts together super cool videos. That video of Brandon's deal, I believe, Tracy can correct us or not, I believe she put that together. Super awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Really neat stuff. Tanner says, thanks, guys. Thank you for hanging out, Tanner. Let's toss this. Heads Up Racing Gear and Hot Rod Podcast is our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. There may be a change on the Facebook group side coming in the near future. We don't know yet, but we're watching that. So we got our eye on it.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We usually pick up 2 or 3 each time. So
Yep.
keep it growing. Let's have some fun. It's a platform to communicate.
Yep. AJ Taylor's watching. We are going to end this a little different tonight in honor of Callie Nate. Another comment here. Matt Ray says, enjoy the coverage for sure. Second hit in Texas. 109. Well, it's a prediction, maybe. See.
Oh, we'll see if it comes true. I'll take that as well, Matt.
Yep. We're gonna close out tonight. We're gonna drop out of the screen and put up Callie Nate's deal, and in the last 10 or 15 seconds of silence, and then we're not coming back. We're just gonna leave with that, and that'll be in honor of Callie Nate. So that's where we're at, and we're gonna jump off and put that up, and we'll see you next week. Sound good, Rod?
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. Come back next time, and we'll see if we can get Mike and Barrett on for next week and have some fun there. All right. We'll see you later, Rod.
All right, bud.